As for lab 3, I had to create, or this is continuation from the other two labs. So lab 3, we had to add, pretty much allow the user to log in, and when the user logs in, it would be displayed on their profile, their username and password. Also, the information will be uploaded, information that's in the fields will be uploaded to the database. Now, I already just recently did one, so I'm just going to go with that. My most recent one is this one here, Marissa Hicks. It shows first name, last name, address, city, state, zip, phone, and email, along with username and hashed password. So her username is Marissa Ann, and then I'll be entering her password. And when I submit, congratulations, you have successfully logged in. Enjoy. The username shows and login shows brings you back to this page. And if we go backwards, if we want to log out, it also takes us back to this page, which has to log in. So as far as I know, that's really all for that. Here's the code. If I can pull it up. Okay. My form is a form. It does have a session start here, but it's a form. I don't think I showed that in the last video. The other one has the same thing. So I just have my 4 names, my file to upload, my CAPTCHA, and down here I have my ready to log in. It's pulling from login PHP, which is this. Login PHP has all the login files, has a login code. So it's connecting, it's setting up the database username password. It's passing in these username, password, and profile photo into these fields. And then if they log in successfully, it spits this out, that they're successfully logged in. And then it's doing another prepare and bind data for user ID to have that pass into user ID, and as well, and then there's something for profile photo. If it's not logged in successfully, it says, so sorry, no login success, please try again. Usually what the user will get that if they put the password in wrong or something, or they don't even exist. So go back to the forum post. So I guess I'm moving backwards, but this is, actually I'm going to go forward. It's pretty straightforward. You got your CAPTCHA up here. We made an array called make array, made a function called make array, which is taking the inputs that the name is named these fields, and we're returning that array here. And when it returns, it will show phone number like that, user email like that, etc. on the page. If the file does not exist, if the image does not exist, or if it's too large, or if it already exists, or if it's not it's not the correct format, it will spit out those error messages. The thumbnail, we created a function named make thumbnail. It's going to take away from the username and where in a new file, and it's going to upload it into the uploads folder. The uploads folder is going to store the main picture that was uploaded, as well as a thumbnail version of it. Since I did change this to 100, then I'll do that now. This is to resize the images to get them to that thumbnail place. If they end up correctly, it's going to show that their username, their account has been created. It's also going to output that data that was entered, username, password, phone number, whatever. And then here I called the function makeArray using the data, using the variable as data, which is in this for each. And then here we connect to the database using root and roots as our username and password that we provided in our database. And then once again, here is when we are inserting everything into the database. We're inserting into the field, these fields here, and we're going to put the values of these, which will be determined down here. And the data first name, I called the makeArray function again. I did not have to use data, but I used it just to make it consistent, and it does not conflict because that other data is not even in the same amount of, I guess, block of code. It's in a separate block in a separate if statement. So it allows me to use it again. So I just named it data so I know what it is. And it's just calling that function, that makeArray function again. And then I'm calling the this data variable to where it's going to say this is this, which this is pulling from the makeArray, which the makeArray is pulling from that array that we had. And I use the data to connect to first name, pretty much the names, the recreated names that we made in the array, or something. I can't think right now. But there you have it. That's the end of the code. The user can also log out. There's a part in there that says, do you want to log out or log in once the user logs or creates their account. There's a link that says, do you want to log in or go back? They take you back to that same form page, login form there, they log in, and then it takes them there. And then they can log out, which I showed you. All right. Well, that is it in a nutshell.